Hello, everyone. This is an overview of the top 10 reasons why people break up. Now, when I say break up, this could be husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, significant other, partnerships, or even friendships. I also want to mention that I'm not a doctor or a therapist, nor do I ever plan to be, but I'm willing to give advice or try to help you to get through this tough time. And who knows, maybe somebody else might help you. Anyway, I also want to say a slight disclaimer too. This is not a place to bash another human being. So we're just trying to make the best of the situation here. Hi, I'm Susie J. Cobwebs, and these are my top 10 reasons why people break up. Not in any particular order. I'm sure that there's a lot more, but I thought I'd start off with these so we can fix common issues so then we all can have that happy, healthy relationship. Now, I also want to let you know that this is not going to happen overnight. This is something that has to be worked on every day, each week, so you can get that good relationship that you are wanting. So let's start this off. Number 10, they don't pay attention or communicate to the relationship anymore. This is really a vital piece of information, honestly. Honestly, this could also make or break you as a couple. It doesn't matter what type of relationship it is, really. Now, if you're constantly getting turned down by love, affection, sex from your partner, now this is going to put a thick wall between you and your partner. And then after time, they're going to stop asking or they're going to stop wanting. And unfortunately, that wall is going to become so thick that really that's going to become unrepairable. So what I mean is your partner is not feeling the love from you. Then as the time moves on, the love will diminish, and then that's what's gonna make them stray. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. And that's gonna put a burden on the relationship, most definitely. Now, I want to also talk about communication. Communication is that private conversation that you're going to have with your partner. That there are times where you really need a friend or you feel weak or stressed out. Open the lines of communication. One step closer is to have that better relationship. Now, I understand that talking about feelings is hard. Like you're showing a side of you that not everyone needs to see. But if this is your life partner, they want to hear what's coming out of your mouth. Now, communication is the most important aspect of a relationship, I think. And if you don't have communication, that bond is slowly going to die. That's bottom line. So basically, the take home that you want to take from this is the more you talk, the better you feel. Wow. I talk a lot. So that's pretty much why I'm almost always happy, I guess. Anyway, number 9, your partner doesn't have the guts to actually give up and they feel comfortable in their life. So you as a person are giving them too much and you're spoiling them. So they don't want to lose that free things that you're giving them or the free things that you're doing for them. So they're going to stick around in that relationship. until you stop giving. And you know what? And then they're going to move on. That's not really fair for either party, too. And this hair gets on my nerves. Number 8, being unsupportive and unreliable. Give your partner that listening time about what makes them happy. This will help keep that bond with your partner strong. Personally, I may have absolutely no clue about what you're talking about your hobby, but I know that you are passionate about that hobby and that's something that you enjoy and that keeps you happy. I'm going to listen to you. I possibly might give you some feedback for maybe some ideas I may have. Now, they might not be accurate, or you might tell me, no, that's not right. But that gave you the satisfaction that I was listening and I'm trying to be supportive in what you enjoy. Now, a lot of people take this for granted. And another way you can be supportive in each other's lives is when one is stressed or one is not feeling well, you want to support your partner. You want to take care of your partner. You want to make sure that they don't feel invalid or not worth your time. This actually may hinder the relationship too. So that's one thing that you want to look into. Also, you want to be able to count on your partner. This is a foundation of a good relationship, no matter how much you love them. Now, love is important, but I also think trust ranks just as important in that same caliber. I know in the marriage vows, when you recite them, you actually you recite about trust. But why can't people take their word that you're going to trust them for the rest of their life? Who knows? Maybe that's a life mystery or something. I don't know. But this leads me into other phases of breaking up scenarios. Number 7, cheating. And that's any types of cheating. That's emotional cheating, that's physical cheating, or the I met someone else scenario. Really? Why do you think that they said that, oh, I met someone else? There's something lacking in the relationship, point blank. Now, if you are not attracted to your partner emotionally, sexually, physically, then this relationship is not going to work. Like, there's always something that's going to be lacking because you have like that wandering eye to see other people because you need to feel the happiness need. And that's a hard thing to rebuild once that trust is broken, because believe me, a relationship is hard work to begin with. And if you're willing to put in that hard work and that commitment, why screw it up over something that could have been prevented? Here's an idea for you. Give up the idea of having sex with other people completely, and then your mate might look more attractive. I don't know. See if that works. And there's other people that say, oh, well, I give them everything that they want. And they're talking about materialistic things. Okay. So, however, this is something that they're lacking if they are straying. Like, it may not be materialistic. It may be simple as like not paying attention to them or not really listening to them. So you're going to seek someone else that will listen to you to find that satisfaction need. And one more thing before I want to add to that is, if you think that your partner is cheating, make sure you have proof, like substantial proof, and not your gut feeling. I mean, yes, the gut feeling is important, but you want to make sure that you have proof before you say something to them, because this is going to help out with your closure, and this is your justification before you decide to ruin your own lifestyle, because you have to look out for you too. Number 6, financial infidelity. You're probably thinking, well, what's that? And also, can you believe that this is like 30% of divorces? This is why people are getting divorced, is financial infidelity. So basically what this means is you are stealing from your partner. I know that sounds kind of cruel, but this really happens more times than not. So basically this also combines with the lying and also the cheating too. This is not actually the active stealing. It could be. But this is more the manipulation or the persuasion of getting what you want by any means necessary. This also includes partner, friends, family, anyone. So just don't do it. Just be honest. Like, how hard is this? Number 5, if you don't have trust, you don't have a friendship. I honestly think this is more important than love. Honestly, if you can love anybody, but can you trust them? That's the bigger question that we have. Now, being dishonest with your partner and getting caught will not only lose your partner, but your bond and maybe your partnership or your business or something. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So you might want to consider this of just being honest. And what I like to say is, I might not like the answer that you're about to give me or what you're going to tell me, but I would rather I respect you more by telling me the truth so we can get through this together. Number 4, you haven't been able to deal with each other's differences. If you're in a relationship for the wrong reasons, if you're in a relationship for the wrong reasons, then just maybe it could be that you don't want to be alone, or you're afraid, or the common one is you want to live the single life, but you don't want to be alone, which doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever, to each his own. You need to stop playing with your partner's head and before it gets too deep, because then it's going to get worse as the time moves on. Now, number 3, toxic people, and now you realize that you need to be single. This is your way out. Okay? So if you think that you are leaning towards moving out of a relationship, then go. Toodaloo. See ya. Don't lead your partner on to think that everything is going wonderful and then smash a brick in their face when you decide to up and leave. Really, how unfair is that? Is the reason that you want to leave, is it because of your friends? Or you don't need the negativity energy or the negative people in your life? If you want to stay with someone and spend the rest of your life with someone and you feel comfortable, what's the problem? It's your life, not theirs. And if they were your friends or if they were your family, they would support you. On another note with that, if your family or your friends is coming to you and saying, look, they're really looking out for your well-being. They're not trying to be disrespectful, but they're really looking out for your well-being. I would take heed to this and I would look at the bigger picture, but maybe you want to consider what they're thinking. And then you need to decide where you need to be in your life. Do you want to stay with your partner or do you want to let them go? Either way, you need to make your own decision in this because you're the only one that's going to make yourself happy. Now, you don't want to, if you start seeing unusual behaviors, like picking up bad habits, like all of a sudden, like smoking excessively or drinking excessively or stealing or wanting to be in this fantasy world that everything needs to be all about me and I feel so entitled and there's so many red flags, take heed of these silent warnings because this might not be a partner for you. That's it. So, number 2, misdirected anger. Yes, everyone has bad days, and this is not supposed to be taken out on your partner. And yes, you can talk to your partner and you can communicate with your partner, yes. And you can explain why you're having a bad day. And that's okay because you need to get it out and you need to relax your body of all the tension that you just had. But this is not your partner's fault, at least for the most part. Just kidding. But anyway, let your partner help you calm down so then you can begin to have a better day. Now, sometimes you have to get over, this is a little bit a different angle on this misdirected anger. Now, sometimes you have to get over something or somebody that hurt you. This is a constant negative energy, and this is not healthy for you. Even someone that may have apologized to you and said, okay, I want you to forgive me, and you may have forgiven them. Or they said the infamous phrase, I will never do that again. Hard truth. This will happen again. And they only said this because they got caught. This is your ticket out of a bad situation. So what about the scenario of that you're constantly fighting? The past shouldn't be constantly brought up in your face. Like if you wanted to move on and you wanted to have a fresh start, you don't keep constantly throwing the past in your face because that's not going to move your relationship forward. It's not. And you're not actually satisfying or supporting anybody's needs in this scenario. Like sometimes they refuse to budge and the relationship is going to go nowhere because you can't get past the past. That kind of sounded strange. So basically what's going to happen is that relationship is going to have a standstill and you're not going to flourish anywhere. So you're not going to be able to move on with your life and have a healthy relationship with that person. A healthy working relationship requires 2 willing participants who want to please the others in their wants and their needs. And really, only you know what's healthy for you, or that other person. If you can't remember the last time that you felt like this, or if you were on the same page with that person, this might be a time that you need to move on. And number 1, the infamous, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Think of it this way, like relationships are like flowers. If you don't give them the love and the support and the attention, they're not going to grow up and be strong. And they're almost like they like relationships are a bunch of compromises. Like giving up is not the same as giving in, which is a process that needs to be considered when sometimes you're having a conversation or a disagreement, or you're at odds with your partner. Like, you want to make sure that everybody is happy in the scenario that is presented to you guys. Now, yes, relationships are hard work, but if you put the time and the effort in, this could be a wonderful thing for both parties. Now, relationships do work, and they also have occasional conflict. Occasional conflict is okay. But if it's a constant, we're at each other's throats, or we're differences, or we're not on the same page on a lot of our hobbies or work or whatever, you may want to reconsider this, or you may want to try to see what you can do to fix this. Because if you want to stay with them, this is how you're going to fix it. A last couple thoughts that I would like to add to this is you don't want to have to work too hard in a relationship. Remember, there is two in a relationship, okay? This one might not be the right one for you. And it may be painful to end the relationship, and you may feel overwhelmed about the possibility of starting over. But you have to look at the long-term goal in this. Yes, you may have gotten rid of your partner. Yes, you may have gotten rid of some of the bills. Yes, you may have gotten some extra bills. But how is your stability? Are you happier? Are you you feel more confident? Do you feel more strong? You have to look at the mental side of this too. You want to make sure that you are okay also. And you don't want to have to feel guilty or worried about, did I do something wrong, or did I not do something wrong, or whatever. This is your life, and if you want this relationship and you want this relationship to work, you work at it. If not, if you don't feel the need that you need to work on your relationship, you need to move on. And FYI, there is no necessarily a reason that you don't really even need a reason to end a relationship. If you know in your gut feeling that it's not going to work, that's good enough. So I hope I cleared up a few misconceptions about, the whole breaking up thing. I'm going to have a couple different series on here. And I know that there is a gazillion reasons why people break up in different scenarios. But I thought I'd start out with the common ones, and then we can help people, get through this process. So if you like this video, and give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel, Susie J Cobwebs. Love you bunches.